Good evening, everybody. Happy Friday to all the Brew and Orange listeners. This is Cody, your host of the Brew and Orange podcast, and I'm here once again with our main man, Justin.
Hey, how you doing, guys? Good Friday. Hope everybody had a good work week. Ready to talk some Tampa sports and get into it. Let's go.
It's a good time to be a Tampa sports fan right now, as everybody knows. Everybody's winning, some more than others. The Rays have hit a little slide, but they're still first place in the AL East. But the Bucks, everyone's hyped for the Buccaneers. We got the Saints on Sunday. Everyone knows what the Lightning have been doing, up 2-0 in the Eastern Conference Final, and we got a lot to talk about. So let's do what we always do here on Brew and Orange, and that's the brew part. So today, Justin and I are going to try a Copper Point Brewing Company High Ridge India Pale Ale. Really nice can art here, as you can see. There it is, Copper Point Brewing Company. It's locally crafted, South Florida. Made well. So a bright, modern West Coast style IPA featuring Simcoe. Can't pronounce that. Piney, citrusy, balanced bitterness. Really looking forward to this. Again, good little haul at Total Wine. That's where we got this bad boy. So let's pop it open. Justin, let's do this thing on Friday.
Yes, sir.
Hope everyone, like you said, had a healthy, safe, productive week, and everyone's ready to. It was a short week because we had Labor Day last weekend. So always nice having a shortened week after a long weekend.
Even shorter way for me because I took a mental health day today.
And you got to have those. Those are important. So here we go. As you can see, there is the amber color. This is, I got a feeling, going to remind me a lot of High Life. Let's confirm or deny that here in just a moment. Pardon me. So it is good to be on here with everybody. We also had a really awesome interview today with James Coleman, the running back from Florida State, back from the 2003 and 2005 season. He was gracious enough, and he was just really awesome guy, really great interview. So if you're watching, you'll just have to pop on over to Anchor and listen to it. But he gave me 47 minutes of great insight on what's going down over in Florida State. You're probably thinking, why are we talking about Florida State? Well, it's our rival. We're not playing them this year. And honestly, why not talk to someone who played in this rivalry during the same years as Ron Zook and Chris Leak, two of our other guests? So I digress. Here we go. This is High Ridge India Pale Ale from Copper Point Brewing Company down in South Florida. So cheers to Copper Point. Cheers to all the listeners and the watchers out there. Happy Friday. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. That's going to be a...
I'm going 3.5.
So he's going 3.5. I'm going to go 3.75. Just another classic review from the United. It's very good, very drinkable. Reminds me of High Life, not as bitter as High Life, but this is crisp. It's refreshing. As you can see, that color right there. Not our typical hazy IPA. We have this is an American IPA. Copper Point Brewing Company. Very, very good. 3.75 from myself. Brew and Orange. 3.5 from Justin here. So go find us on Untappd. What is it? What's your Untappd?
Justin Brackeen.
Justin Brackeen. Find me at Brew and Orange. Please. Look at the beers we tried. Go out and try them yourself. Shout out those breweries. Put money back into the economy. Support your local small breweries. So here we go. Let's get right into some good sports here. We got a lot to talk about. The Gators, first and foremost, everyone heard overnight Justin Shorter was granted his waiver to play right away. Big time.
That's awesome news. You didn't know what was going to happen with that, so to get that news today, that's huge. That's huge for the Gators.
So, I mean, and as you all know, Gator fans were always left waiting for the longest time while other schools' transfers start to get theirs approved. It seems like we're always waiting. So Justin Shorter got that approval sometime last night, but he posted it at midnight. It was something awesome to wake up to. He is a former 5-star from the 2018 class, the number 1 wide receiver that year, the number 8 national. So that's huge. Now you've got, and he's going to flex between tight end and wide receiver, I got to think, because there's some mixed reviews coming out of camp. He's having trouble getting separation. He may have some stiff hands right now, but I think that may turn around after he gets some more playing time. It's his first time out there in a while.
Absolutely. I mean, more playing time, more practice. Practice makes perfect.
So you got to think now with Justin Shorter being clear, this wide receiver room went from a possible question mark, but now you've got Grimes, Tony, Copeland. Shorter's a trend. We're going to see how he is. Pitts, we know, flexes between tight end and wide receiver. And Justin Shorter is Pitts' size. He's not as lean and not as fast as Pitts, but he is that size mismatch that Mullen loves to use.
Absolutely, man. And, you got to love that size at the tight end position. So it seems like that's what Mullen really likes in a tight end because it seems like that's what they keep recruiting in the tight end position. So
Yeah, no, it's a good transition because they did talk to Brewster. So he's the tight end coach. We know we got him from North Carolina. He had previous stints with Texas A&M, Texas, and of course with Florida State. Everyone knows he was the main recruiter under Dalvin Cook when he snagged them under from our nose.
Yeah.
Anyways, very excited to have him on staff. Everybody should be pumped because the guy is he's a mauler out on the trails. He's very aggressive. He's very confident. When he walks in the room, everybody knows.
Absolutely.
So if you saw his interview, he is very excited to be here. He went into detail, and it was pretty – I love these interviews, especially with a new coach. But he went into detail about what he looks for in a tight end. He wants someone mean. He said if you have soft skin, you can't play for him.
Yeah.
Because he is tough. He's mean out there, but he gets the best out of you, and that's what makes him great. And he said he has the tight ends on this staff right here to handle that sort of coaching, and they're going to be successful with Zipperer, Dante. I don't know, not Dante Lang, I don't believe, but no, you're going to have Zipperer. You have Odom, the true freshman. You have Kyle Pitts.
I mean, you have Pitts, who could be the best one in the nation. He could be the best tight end in the nation if he lives up to his potential.
Everyone feels the same, definitely. He's right now. I think there's some mock drafts that have him in that lower third of the first round, but of course, I think it's very possible that he moves himself up in that draft if he has a successful season. Barring we know what Mullen loves to do with tight end. So Brewster did say that he'd be hard pressed to find a better tight end room in the country than the one Florida has right now.
I don't think you can.
I trust his word on that. Anyway, so we have safeties. Everyone's always wondering what's going to happen with the safeties. Sean Davis, there's going to be a rotation. We know there's going to be a rotation, but here's the deal. Mullen has made it clear he wants to exploit mismatches. If there's a larger guy in the slot, then he wants someone who's able to put the pressure on him.
Yeah.
And if someone is there's a more speedy guy in the slot, he needs someone who's athletic enough to cover, be a ball hawk, jump routes, and we have a rotation that can do that.
Yeah.
The newcomers who came in, Mordecai McDaniel, Rashad Torrance, and Trevez Johnson, these guys are going to be ball hawks. They're going to knock your block off coming across the middle, and that's something that we haven't had in a long time.
You miss those guys like Major Wright back in the day.
Reggie Nelson would come and just pop your dome right across the middle.
Set a tone.
Great.
Set a tone for the game.
There you go. Major Wright, if you are watching, we would love to have you on here one day. So please, Blue and Orange One on Twitter. I did reach out to you, but we want to have you on, man. We want to have you. So Trey Dean, obviously, along with the safeties, he is showing out. Everyone was always worried last year when Trey Dean was at corner. Well, he's at safety now, and they say he's kind of settling and getting please, someone go on to his Twitter, and the dude is jacked. He's the biggest guy on the team, I bet. He's just – the dude's going to be a killer freaking athlete out there if he can settle into the safety position because he's a hell of an athlete.
I didn't have a problem with him at the corner last year. I know he probably made some mistakes, but when you look, like he said, when you look at his Twitter, he looks jacked. He looks like he can lay a lick on somebody. I think safety might be the spot for him. But we'll yet to come, so we'll see about that.
So let's move right into the Tampa Bay Sports Roundup. We're going to have some more stuff coming on the Gators, of course. We're going to let the weekend go by. They are slowing down in practice right now. Next week starts game week, so this week was walkthroughs, recovery lift. That is what they like to do. So just expect more stuff to come for the Gators as we get closer to game week. And just keep an eye out. An assistant coach did test positive for COVID. That's all they've said. They haven't said the name yet, just out of protection and kind of just keeping the names kind of silent right now. We'll keep an eye on that. I'll go Instagram Live, or I'll come do a emergency podcast when the name comes out. If it's important, I mean, of course it is. But we'll see right now what bearing it has in the first game. That's all you can do at this point. So Tampa Bay Sports Roundup. Everyone knows the Rays are in first place in the East. They're 5-5 in their last 10 games, and Max Scherzer put it on the other night.
Yeah, they're kind of real a little bit right now. 5-5 of their last 10 games, 0-3 of their last 3. Dropped the first one to Boston, got swept by Washington, but still in first place in the AL East. No time to panic right now because
I was going to ask you, you hit the panic button?
No, absolutely not, man. I mean, we've been so hot all year. You knew it was going to cool off a little bit. So all you hope for is the guys snap back into it quickly and don't go on too much of a prolonged losing streak. Because if they're able to snap back and start winning some games, we could really create some distance between us and the other teams in our division. Who Toronto right now is in second place.
Let me ask you, who would you rather see, the Blue Jays or the Yankees in the playoffs?
Well, I mean, if you go by what we've done against them this year, you'd rather see the Yankees. But
that's what I said in the last podcast.
You
just never know. You never know.
With that team, if they're healthy, you don't want to see the Yankees.
Nope, you don't.
Not in a playoff series. Not with Garrett Cole as their starter. No, you don't want to do that. So I'm gonna say the Blue Jays. I'd rather see them. They're young, they're inexperienced. If I had to pick one,
maybe they get overwhelmed. Rays have been there.
Yeah, exactly.
So we went up to that. They dropped the first one at Boston, struck out 17 times against Boston last night.
That's a lot of strikeouts, man.
We went back 4 or 5 games, and they didn't have more than 13.
12.
Yeah, 12 or 13.
12, yeah.
So 17 strikeouts was a lot, and you're not going to win ball games. I don't care if it is the last place Red Sox. You can't win a game when you're striking out 17 times.
Absolutely not, and you just can't strike out that many times, man. That's all there is to it.
So they have a 4-game series with Boston right now, and then they're back to Washington for 2 games. Just hope Max Scherzer isn't on the rotation during those 2 games. That's all.
He probably will be.
He probably will be at this point. Here's my thing. There's some major guys who have cooled off, and there's some guys who have kind of stayed consistent. Meadow and Lau have cooled off. Lau did have a home run the other night, but what's a home run if you struck out the last 4? I don't know if that happened. I'm just giving them a hard time. But they were on fire earlier. They were always trustworthy when they came up to bat, and they were good for extra base hits, RBIs, and lately they've kind of cooled off a little bit.
Yeah, and you expect that in a regular season, that would happen a few times throughout the year. But with the shorter season, it's a little bit magnified right now, especially coming into crunch time, coming into the end of the season. About how many games are left, bro? 25, 30?
Wait, oh no, man. I got it right here. 16 games left.
16 games left. So it's coming down to crunch
time,
man. And people got to start stepping up.
We need it.
No matter what you say, we're in no worries of missing the playoffs, but we want to win the division.
Magic number, I think, is 14 to clinch your division or clinch the playoffs. Mercedes, hello. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, baby.
So I will tell you who I am impressed with this year. I am impressed with Willy Adames. He's batting at 289 this year. He's leading the team in hits. He's really kind of taken advantage of kind of growing into being a possible leader on this team right now.
Absolutely. That's good for Willy Adames. And I don't know if that's more of a up for Willy Adames or a dig at the rest of the team for how they're playing right now. But either way, in Adames' eyes, we'll take it, man. You wouldn't have expected him to lead the team in hits, that's for sure.
Right. That's surprising. I thought that was today.
Absolutely. And for him to come out like he has this year, because I've seen him in a few games, he had some really big hits, and his defense is always on par. So for Willy Adames to be hitting the ball like he is, you'll take that.
All day. And we also have guys like Brasso and Rosarena who have come in. Brasso hit those 2 home runs that night with the emotion, the drama of the Yankee game surrounding it. That was what a way to just bounce back after just kind of the drama that occurred the game before. And Rosarena, a guy that we brought up, and the guy has not slowed down. He's got a smooth swing. He matches quick hands. He's very fast on the base paths, very fast, twitchy guy.
Yep.
He's going to be a stud for years to come, without a doubt.
Yeah, I feel the same way. He's not only got the pop in the bat, but he's got the speed as well, man. I'm excited about him. So
we do have some injuries, though, which is unfortunate. But there's some good news on the injury list. All year, just no surprises. Alvarado was playing catch. So when they're out there playing catch before the game, that usually means they're about maybe a week at best away. They're going to throw some live bullpens, and, of course, they'll come back at some point. Yandy Diaz is still feeling sore, man. Is there any concern if he continues to be out?
No, because I was listening to the Tampa radio stations today, 620 WDAE, and they were saying that Cash said, he was having some soreness still to the touch, but he fully expects him to be back by playoff time by the end of the year. So I'm not worried about that right now. Let him rest up. Like I said, we're not in any kind of danger of missing the playoffs right now, so you just got to let these guys rest up.
So another guy I'm impressed with is someone who's been under some scrutiny for stuff he's had in the postseason. He's a citizen like the rest of us. He's always able to speak his mind, but he's also went and he's walked the walk and talked the talk out on the field this year. And that's Blake Snell, who has a sub-4 ERA right now. What do I got here? 33 innings pitched. So he's got one of the best ERAs for for 3 players who have pitched that much. He's doing really well right now.
3 with no runs. So.
Yep.
That's 3 hits.
There we go.
Rays are up 1-0 right now, by the way, on the Red Sox.
So another good start for Snell. That's all you can hope from him.
Hey, we need Snell to be that Cy Young guy. That's what we need him to be. We need him to be that. We need Glasnow to be the Glasnow that was last year before he got hurt. That's what we need.
He's gonna have, Snell's gonna have probably 2 more starts. There's 16 games left. He may get 2 more, maybe 1 more, depending on how the season runs out.
The one pitcher who I'm seeing who needs to step up his game is Charlie Morton.
I think so. I know he was injured, but
the
still.
last couple times that I've seen
before the injury, he wasn't himself.
Yeah. No.
So let's move on to the most important thing, or maybe depending on who you are, let's just talk about it right now. Right here, Tampa Bay Lightning, Eastern Conference Final, Game 3 tonight. They're up 2-0. What a turnaround from last series, just taking control.
If you didn't see Game 2,
oh, you missed out.
What a game!
One of the best games I think I've seen in a very long
time. The Lightning weren't playing their game until probably the third period. And somehow in the first
7.5, 8 seconds left.
Somehow in the first period, managed to tie it up. And then from there on out, we killed a lot of penalties. We overcame a lot. We lost Killorn to a game misconduct.
What a silly penalty. Silly.
Absolutely silly. Lost point to a lower body.
Tonight.
Yeah, Killorn is suspended tonight, and we lost point to a lower body injury and haven't heard anything about
nothing. Never heard a thing.
Don't know if he's playing tonight. Don't know what's going on. But
I guess look for the first or second line and see if he comes out.
If he doesn't play, that's going to hurt.
Which is good. I was going to ask you. So who's going to step up in their place? Are we going to is Andre Clark going to come out?
It's going to have to be a combined effort. It's going to have to be a combined effort. Everybody's going to have to step up. When you have Killorn, Killorn is not a very known name to everybody, but Killorn is a big part of this team.
Very productive during the playoffs so far.
And everybody knows Braden Point. Braden Point is probably the heart and soul of
this team. He leads the series right now in points and in goals.
Yeah, absolutely. Braden Point's the man.
So we need him really bad.
That's going to hurt, especially. And then you still have the captain out. He's been out all playoffs. You forget about that. And then when you have injuries like this and the suspension, so
it refreshes your mind and like, oh man, if only we had Stamkos back on the ice. Losing Point doesn't hurt as bad as it does right now.
But it hurts.
Prediction for tonight? Do you even want to do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a prediction.
Do it. What's your prediction? So I'll go.
I like the Lightning to take this one tonight, 3-2. It's going to be a game that's 3-1, and then Islanders are going to get a late goal, but they're not going to have enough, and we're going to win it 3-2. Take the commanding 3-0 lead, and then go on to sweep it and wait to see.
Okay. All right, so I'm going 3-1. I think that it's 2-1 for an extended period of time. I think that you're going to see the Islanders get a couple pushes, kind of how the Lightning finished off, but I think that the Lightning are going to be able to bury a empty net goal and make it 3-1.
Okay.
Like that, right? There we go. We're going to empty net goal to make it 3-1 late in the game, and just to seal the deal.
So you think it's close going late?
I think it's 2-1, and it's nail biter, edge of your seat, standing up, screaming. Okay. Drink your local beers while you're watching that Lightning game. I'm saying 3-1. Let's go. All right, so everybody, guess what? Beer number 2 of the Brew and Orange podcast. Again, it's your main man Cody, and I'm here with Justin.
JB _ the Tampa Sports Guy on Instagram. Follow your boy. Follow Brew and Orange.
I don't even have to say anything else. Oh, there's a lot there. All right, so here we go. This is Ravenous Pig Brewery. Let me just make sure. Ravenous Pig Brewing Company, Winter Park, Florida. I looked them up online. I'm super excited. Hey, Mercedes, if you're watching, Jamie, yourself, Justin, hey, anybody, we need to go to Ravenous Pig Brewery. The place looked awesome online. Looked like fine dining, did it not?
It did. When he showed it to me online, it looked kind of crazy. It looked like you were at like
Burns almost.
Yeah,
it had the ambiance.
Steakhouse. Yeah. Very
good, steakhouse. So again, we have another American Pale Ale. It looks like here. This one is a little bit hazier.
Oh, okay. Look at that foam code.
All right, look. This is the first ever. Okay, it's a first ever, really, really bad pour. So I'm sorry for all you watching who saw this. And if you're listening, you're lucky that you didn't see the catastrophe that was that attempt to pour that beer. So I'm going to let this one soak for a minute. Justin was the same, and that was probably my fault. We're going to pull up our Untapped again. So find me at Brew and Orange. It's just, 718 beers now. Come find us. Check out the beers that I've tasted. Go out and try them for yourself. Help out these local breweries. That's what this is all about. So tonight, go get a beer. Come back and listen to the Jason Coleman interview because it was really cool to get some insight from someone who used to wear the garnet and gold. He played the Gators back when Ron Zook won his final game.
Yep.
And I just had Ron Zook on here. And he even mentioned Chris Leak. He said he played some battles against Florida. And he's got a website. The guy's doing a lot. He's helping the high school kids out there. He's up in Jacksonville. So, again, thanks for being on today. I greatly appreciated that.
What is this called?
This is 5 Point India Pale Ale. 5 points.
Can't find it.
So, again, I'm going to go at High Ridge IPA from Copper Point. I gave that a 3.75.
I can't find this one.
Here we go. Go back now.
Oh, there it is. 5 points.
5 points. So we're going to have the Ravenous Pig Brewing Company 5 points IPA. And we're going right into the Untapped right now.
Already in it.
I got the the foam has subsided, so now I am ready to give this a shot. Is this the pale or it's the IPA? Okay.
Ooh.
No, which one did you pick? 5 points. Ravenous Pig. So it's a 3.72 average. It has 7,000 check-ins. Ravenous Pig Brewing Company. This is a 5 points IPA, American. So hey, 2 American-style IPAs, a little bit of a change of pace from the hazies that we're used to having. Cheers, brother man. Happy Friday to Mercedes. Happy Friday to my wife.
Yes.
Everybody out there having a good time Friday night. Wear your mask, be safe, and make it home safe. Don't drink and drive. Call Uber or something.
Hazies right now, but I'm gonna give it a 3.25.
Okay,
I liked it, but it was a little like it kind of like the bitterness gripped me a little bit.
We're not planning this. I know I usually go about 0.25, 0.5 up from him. I'm giving this a 3.5. So you know the pattern. We did a lot of hazies up to this point. I got some hazies in the fridge, but most importantly, American, West Coast. I don't mind. I just want to get the name out of these local breweries. Again, this is Ravenous Pig Brewing Company. 5 points.
And it wasn't terrible.
That's a good beer. This is very drinkable. Terrible. I've got another one out there, and I'm looking forward to drinking it. So
it was just it gripped me.
It's just different, yeah. So and we're gonna have. So again, one thing I want to do is go to the website, comment on the blog, or comment here. Email us at brewingorange@yahoo.com. Let me know if there's a beer you want us to sample. If we can get it, we'll try it, and we'll let you know how we like it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Simple as that. So again, cheers to everyone. Happy Friday.
Let's get into this Bucks talk so we can get into some little pick'ems that we're going to do at the end of the show today.
Here we go. So we're going to talk about the Bucks.
Yeah. So first off, Mike Evans. That's the big talk right now. They marked him as doubtful for the game on Sunday with his hamstring. And how big a deal is that for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? And I don't know if it's as big a deal as it would have been a year or 2 years ago. Because right now, with all the weapons that we have on offense, I don't think that it's going to be the end-all, be-all. I still think we have a shot on Sunday. I think we have a shot versus anybody without Mike Evans. So,
I agree.
It's a big deal for the Bucks because that's one less weapon you have on the field. But at the same time, it's not a game like a game ender.
Not that you want to see anybody injured, but there were injuries that are happening on the Saints side too.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not just us. Their defense has taken multiple hits the last couple of days.
Absolutely. And when it comes down to Sunday, a lot could happen with it being the first game. He was official.
This is doubtful. We just don't know. Doubtful does
still play.
The door's not completely shut. Yeah. So Brady seems really optimistic, man. He's having a lot of fun here. It is so cool to see. He did that video with Gronk with the kiddie pool out there, having fun.
Awesome.
What ring does he want?
The next one.
The next one. What's his favorite ring? The next one.
Favorite ring. The next one. And Gronk laughed when that question was asked.
They knew. They both got it
already.
So was like, he's having fun. He's enthusiastic right now. Let's get into I just don't know. I don't know why I have this feeling. I don't know if I'm just amped to have NFL Buccaneer football back. And we've just been building up the Brady hype. I feel like they're going to dominate. I feel like they're going to surprise us. They're going to shock I think they're going to shock us.
I think they're going to be good, but it's going to depend.
Not great, but they're going to be better than we think.
It's going to depend on what the defense does, because if we can't stop Brady, if we can't stop Breeze, maybe
it was the 2 hype videos you showed me of the Bucks before we came on. I just feel like I just feel like we're gonna watch something really cool. That's going to be a big precursor to what we're going to see the rest of the season.
425 gave it the week on Fox. Don't play with it.
So on Sunday, how are you setting up your screens? You've got the Bucks at 425.
Yeah.
Lightning at 1.
Yeah.
Lightning at 3, Rays at 1. 1, 3, 4.
So I'm watching the Rays game until the Lightning game comes on, and then I'm watching the Lightning game, and I'm watching the Lightning game until the Bucks game come on, and then I'm watching the Bucks game.
Okay. I'm going to try to somehow get
through. And I'm flipping back to the Lightning game in between because it's the playoffs. But at the same time, it's the first game.
So let me ask you. So if we win tonight, are you less likely to focus really hard on it?
If we win tonight, I'm not even watching it. Like I'll watch it before the Bucks game, but I'm watching the Bucks game. Because
I agree.
To me, if we win tonight, Sunday's game for the Lightning is less important than Sunday's game for the Bucks. So if we win tonight,
for sure,
I think that playoff game is less important of a game than this first game is for the Bucks.
Absolutely. because that sets the tone for the whole season right now. All eyes are going to be on the Bucks versus Saints.
Yeah. And if you're up 3-0, you have to do a lot to blow that lead. Like the one game you lose, like it goes 3-1 and go to the Game 5. So
I think San Jose last year blew a 3-1 lead.
3-1 or 3-0?
3-1 in the NHL playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. We win tonight, and it's 3-0.
All right, so we got a few more minutes in here. Let me just get a over and under. Or let's start off one. Who gets the first? What is it going to be? A pass touchdown or a running touchdown? The first touchdown score.
And it's going to be Rojo. He's going to come out. Sorry, he's going to get the first.
So first touchdown of the Buccaneers season.
You said who gets the first carry or catch?
First touchdown. Who gets the first touchdown? Is it going to be a pass or a run?
Going to be pass or run. The first touchdown?
Yeah. First touchdown is going to be a hands-off.
It's going to be a pass.
A pass. Who catches the first touchdown pass?
Gronk.
Okay. If it's a run, who scores the first rushing touchdown?
Fournette.
Ooh.
Fournette.
But I thought Arian said Rojo was the guy.
Yeah, that's cool and all, but
that's cool and all. Happy family.
That's
Brady Bunch.
That's a politically correct answer, and he should have said Rojo because that's what I wanted to hear too. But they're going to be splitting carries.
All right, so I don't know gambling enough here to do these 0.5s. These are all going to be whole numbers. So over and under interceptions for Brady. Do you take over or under 2? And what's
under? He's not throwing any.
No interceptions. Okay. I think he throws 1.
Not this game.
Maybe throws 1. Maybe gets a little bit of pressure, knock the hand a little bit. They're going to be sloppy.
I think he's smart enough to throw it away. Okay. See, that's one thing that Brady does that Winston didn't. Brady's smarter. He's not going to force anything.
So touchdowns for Brady, I've got it at 3. Over and under. What's your pick?
I think I'm going to go right there at 3, not over under even.
Okay, I like that. I concur. Here we go. Missed kicks for Suck Up. I'm going to put it
under.
Okay, I put it at 2, and he's going to miss less than 2 kicks.
Under.
Okay.
If he misses,
he misses 1.
If he misses more than
first one.
If he misses more than 1, why do we cut game?
Right. Okay. So to cap this off right now. It was a great Friday podcast. Copper Point Brewing Company, Ravenous Pig Brewing Company. Yeah. We had the High Point and the High Ridge? High Ridge and 5 Point. So night of American IPAs. On September 11th, we had some American IPAs.
We didn't even talk about that.
So
salute. Remember, always remember.
All the first responders. It's a somber day. I felt some type of way this morning. I think we all did.
Yeah, absolutely. What was it?
19 years.
19 years ago now. Almost 20 years. That seems like forever. I can't remember where I was.
I got to tell you, I had the privilege of going to the memorial down in New York, and it's a breathtaking monument down there. It doesn't do it justice, the horror that happened.
Listen, man, no matter how you feel about it or what you think, whether you're a conspiracy theorist or you're just a regular Joe, what happened to those people that were there in those towers is horrific.
And the people on those planes, I mean, so thankful for those people who made that plane crash in the field. That thing with him to the White House, it would be, who knows what our world looks like at this point. But thank you to all the firefighters and the police out there, and everyone. Just love one another. Wear your mask when you go out.
So hold up, son.
Oh, what do we got?
Now we're gonna do some predictions.
Oh, I am so sorry. I was trying to wrap this up. We got about a minute and a half. Let's shoot.
First, let's shoot this Florida State Georgia Tech game. That's tomorrow at 3:30 on ABC. And we're doing this because Florida sports. Why not?
It's Florida sports. I talked to Coleman today. He's hyped. Just go listen to it. If you're watching, you're going to have to go and listen.
Yeah, we won't even get into it. Just listen to it.
He gives some good insight on the current team. It's worth hearing.
Absolutely. So Florida State, Georgia Tech. Who you got?
I think Florida State's going to win.
Who you got and what's your score?
Florida State, and they're going to win by 10.
Yeah, what do you think the score is?
Let's say 24-14.
Okay. I like Georgia Tech.
Okay. I wanted to take them, but I also liked UAB last night, and that didn't turn out well, so I'm going the opposite.
31-28 Georgia Tech.
What is it?
31-28 Georgia Tech.
That's not a bad score. And it's possible. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what FSU is going to look like. We don't know what that team is going to look like.
Listen, I'm not – I don't like Florida State, so that may be a little bit of what I'm doing right now, but I don't care. I like Georgia Tech. Until Florida State proves something to me, I like Georgia Tech. So, and really – I don't know what other college game would be able to. Who's USF play? Citadel.
Citadel.
I got USF.
All day. I think USF is going to look very good.
31-7.
McLeod got named the starting quarterback. I can't wait to see what USF does. It got moved to prime time, so ESPNU at 7 o'clock on Saturday.
What do you think the score?
I think the defense is going to have some growing pains. So I see 35-28. USF's going to win that game.
Okay.
And we'll come back. You can hold us accountable. This is live. This is recorded.
Absolutely.
We can't back away from this
because we're gonna go over these picks, next week when we get back on the show. So we're gonna go over them. Let's go Green Bay, Minnesota.
Okay.
1 o'clock.
I'm going.
Remember Minnesota, Van Jefferson.
I'm going to go Green Bay.
Green Bay.
And I think they win it. 20, let's say 28, 35-17. I think they win it. I don't think they can do it in Minnesota.
I like Minnesota 28-24.
Okay, which one are we doing now?
So now we're gonna go and we're gonna slide into Falcons Seahawks.
Falcons Seahawks. What do you got?
I like the Seahawks, but I like it to be very close. I like it to be 31-30. Seahawks squeak by and kick a late field goal to win the game.
All right, so the Seahawks are 2.5-point favorites. The FPI has this almost at 50-50 Seahawks favor. I'm going to go with that, and I think it's going to be over. I think that they're going to win by 2 scores. Then they win by 10.
Okay.
So maybe I don't think it's going to be as high scoring as we all think it's going to be. 24-14. I think the Seahawks can win that game.
Okay. So next game we're going to do is the Bucs versus Saints.
Oh, boy. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. First Brew and Orange. Tampa Bay Buccaneer prediction. What do you got?
I like the Bucs. I like them 35-21.
I like 38-28. I think they show out. I think it's late. I think like I said, I think Tom Brady throws one interception. There may be a fumble. Maybe it's not an interception by Brady. I think there's a turnover. I think that we score late because I think our defense wears down Drew Brees, and I think we're able to score one more kind of in garbage time and kind of it's one of those games where the score won't do justice to how good the game actually was.
Oh, okay. So it'll be a little bit more lopsided at the end than what it was the whole game.
Yep.
I've seen that. So, okay. So I got 2 more games I want to go through.
All right.
The Sunday night game, Rams and Cowboys. Who you got?
Rams and Cowboys. Let's see here. That's going to pull up the over-under. So this is a 50-50 again, according to the ESPN FPI. They got the Cowboys favored on the road.
Yeah.
That is shocking. I
like the Cowboys 21-17.
Okay, I'll go. That's pretty close. I kind of like that. I think it's low scoring again. So let's go 17-10.
Okay.
Cowboys. 17-10 Cowboys.
All right. And the last game that we're going to do this weekend is the late Monday night game. It's the Titans versus Broncos.
Ooh, love it.
So the Broncos lost Von Miller for the year and the wide receiver Cortland Sutton. He's hurt too. Nobody knows how long. I didn't hear anything about how long he's out. But they still have Jerry Jeudy, who they drafted. They still have Philip Lindsay, their running back, who's really good. And they still have Chubb on defense as well to make up for Von Miller. So I'm still going to take the Titans. Even with all that said, I'm taking the Titans. Yep. I'm taking the Titans.
2.5-point favorite.
24-14. I like them by 10.
Okay. So I think they're going to get up to 27. I think they're going to score a couple touchdowns. I think that they're going to be close enough to get some kicks late. What'd you say? 24?
24-14.
I see them getting up to around 27-14.
Okay.
And I'll go. And that's the Titans. I think they're going to run the ball too much. They do it old school style. They run the ball. And they play.
I hope they do because I drafted Derrick Henry in my fantasy league, so I hope they do run him out.
So, again, thanks for doing it. That's our first time ever doing picks. We're going to do that every Friday because now sports is picking up on Sunday.
Oh, it will do more than just one college game. It's just the only college game that was worth anything this week. So, and not really that game really isn't worth it either, but since it's Florida State, we're going to do it. We hate Florida State, but we don't care. We're still going to.
Hey, but we appreciate our guest today. That's huge.
Yeah. Just because we hate the school don't mean we hate the people that went there. Look, man, much respect to everybody that in the Florida State's past that were champions, and awesome,
great rivalry, the best rivalry.
We love to talk to y'all too.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it's the best rivalry in sports. Don't at me.
Absolutely,
I love it.
And the fact that they're not playing this year is a tragedy.
Sad day for sure.
I blame Florida State.
So hey, watch your Florida teams on Saturday.
Miami looked bad last night.
I wasn't impressed.
They won the game, but they played. Who they play? Was it UAB?
Yeah. They're probably going to end up having the worst offense in college football.
UAB didn't have a football team 2 years ago.
Exactly. And they hung around. Don't forget, they were around. They hung around that game for a minute, probably longer than they should have. So anyways, it is now 7:58. You're 2 minutes away, probably about 15 minutes away from the Lightning game starting.
Raise up 2-0.
Raise up 2-0 against Boston. Hopefully we break this 3-game losing streak. I'm Cody again with Brew and Orange. I appreciate all the listeners and the watchers out there. Go find us all on social media. Brew and Orange, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram especially. I'll be drinking. You can find my Instagram is a lot about my beers, so please go on there if you want to see the beers I'm drinking. If you want to hear about the sports, check out my Twitter, @BrewandOrange1. That's my Twitter. So
coming next week, also, you're going to be able to watch the lives on Instagram as well.
We're going to start doing that as well.
We're going live on Instagram for it as well. So we're going to be on YouTube Live, Instagram Live. So check us out, man. Any platform.
Brew and Orange is doing great things. You're going to find this Spotify anywhere you find your favorite podcast. If you're watching right now, please subscribe. We greatly appreciate everyone who is here today. I hope you all have a great weekend. Be safe, watch a lot of sports, drink some local craft beers while you do it. Shout out again to Ravenous Pig Brewing Company and Copper Point Brewing Company. Thanks again, everybody. Cheers. Happy Friday. Go Bolts, go Rays, go Bucks, go Gators.
And
go Bulls.